Talk to me, Cleveland. This is Kevin Chillhurd, and welcome to the 80, I think I put 81st quarantine episode of Chill Talk, 81 shows or somewhere in that ballpark. Since we've not been at Radio One, we're gonna have to, hey, if they don't hurry up and get Radio One together, we might have to go talk to somebody else. Talk to
Kathy Hughes' son. What's his name?
We're gonna have to talk to something. We're gonna something in any radio station that want us in there. Talk to me. I mean, we got a couple details to work out, but
well, now with this resurgence, I mean,
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but you know what? When we did our movie, I don't know if it was your movie debut. When we did our feature film debut, it's not out yet, but it's coming out. Oh yeah, and I need to get you the you need to go to the Eventbrite, and we need to tell people to they're gonna have a special media screening. I don't know if it's family and friends or people in it, but I know for sure it's a media screening of the feature film that we were in. So I need to get that information to you. But what I was gonna say is, when we filmed our part and we were at WOVU, it seemed to me that they were doing a pretty good job of keeping at least the area that we were in, the broadcasting area that we were in, pretty clean, hygienic. They
have the covers for the mics and
microphones. Not a cover that have been sitting there for 90 people talking and spitting in it, like a brand new cover. Like when we boomed, they put it on there. White.
Like you take it out to pack your stuff. It's like
right,
like it's already been sitting there.
Right, and then the table clean, and they got stuff there in case you want to clean it, and it seemed pretty nice. Maybe we need to talk to talk to Jada Gospel. Jada Gospel, like the Chill. We tried to get y'all to come and do Chill Talk when it first opened. Yeah, but that was then. So, but
things change.
But hey, but it's other. They hot out here wanting to get us on their networks, different people. So we'll talk, but we'll see. We will see. But anyway, Haney, how you doing? How's it looking? What's going on?
Man, I was scared. I was at Academy last night. There was no trivia.
Was it a fight? No.
Worse.
Oh Lord.
Somebody came up in their coffin. You can't cough now. Since 2020, this was going on almost 2 years. You can't cough, and we are at 2022. Dang near, like.
So they had a chronic cough.
Yeah, it was like repeat. Like it happened to be sitting like not like right by me.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, so I went to the and then and like a repeated, I'm like, yeah, I'm about
to go. Oh, they were talking to you.
Talking to me. I knew the person. And so the other two people sitting on the other side of me, it was Adam and I don't know, you remember Harold.
Hold on. I think Dr. Janice Taylor wants something. What you need? She's looking for a book. She tried to take books off of my set. What's the book? Felicia said, what's the book? I have a photograph. I know where every book is located on this shelf. Bell Hooks. I think Bell Hooks is somewhere. Okay, excuse me, everybody. Bell Hooks. I thought I saw Bell Hooks, Cornell West. We got some Malcolm X. We got Claude McKay, old school. We got Angela Davis.
What Cornell West you got? We
got a couple Cornell West. I got some I got a couple.
One today at Barnes and Noble.
I don't know, Dr. Janice. Okay, hold on. Is it a Bell Hooks down here? I don't know. You need it right now? Okay, we go find bell hooks. But I have a big Cornell West right here.
No, this one was Race Matters.
Okay, I have that one as well.
I picked that up.
This is the Cornell West Reader. But I did what? I just saw a small Cornell West book over here. I just saw it. That's why I shouted it out. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is Race Matters. I do have that. This one, you got this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a different cover though. Yours look old.
Hey, he look like 22.
Yeah, that don't look like
this one. Okay, yeah, but yeah. So, okay, so you picked that up today.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a discount? You know your niece work at the bookstore.
Amongst a few other things.
You know your niece work at the bookstore.
Yes. I mean, she was like, put in my numbers. I was like, okay.
And everybody knows that I've been making it happen up at Barnes and Noble. They had, and I posted it for everybody to see. They had a 50% off on all hardcover books. And man, I made it happen. I was there for 2 days. It went down. Big bro Steve Boyd is in the house. My OG elder. What's happening, King? The Hugh people. I think I saw him singing. I think I saw Steve Boyd rapping the other day. I'm like, Steve, you all up in my lane now. You're like, this we back to this again.
A man of many talents, okay? Don't be trying to pigeonhole him.
Hey, but he was getting it in. I'm like, look at Big Bro. Okay, I saw you, Steve. I saw the video of you getting your rhyme skills on. Had a nice little pattern to it and everything. I'm like, okay, all right, wait, collab.
Does anybody know why my chat will disappear? Like, you see that? How it's gone?
Oh yeah, what up with that?
I don't know. I don't know how.
Mine doesn't do that. It's all there. It's there. I don't know.
It just one day started doing that. I'm like, am I in some type of mode that I'm not aware of? But yeah, it just disappears after a while. So I mean, I can like pull it back down, but it doesn't stay. So it's kind of inconvenient. I don't know how to fix it. If anybody knows, please let me know what I need to do to fix that.
So yeah, I was saying I got a nice man over the last month, 2 months, man, I got a bunch of books. And so I was gonna I'll probably do it tomorrow. I have a meeting tomorrow about a grant that I applied for. So I got a site visit tomorrow with the funder. So after that, I will probably go and just do a whole book thing of all the new books that I've gotten. Because even when I posted about I got those books from the 50% off sale, 50% off, people were asking me, what did you get? So I'm just going to do a thing of all the books that I've gotten in the last 2 months. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So that's what's up. So what's going on? Anything else? What y'all do about the Coffin dude? Y'all did you? You gave him the deuces.
Got up out of there. Like, people start putting their masks on. I couldn't find my mask. So I was just like, yeah, I'm about to go. And it's like, because he's, cool dude, but I was just like, I am just uncomfortable with this cough.
Right. Hey, today, these days, not the days to be, people could just legitimately have some dust in their throat. But no, people will bust a blood vessel trying to hold in a cough. Like if they just got a regular cough sneeze, they be like,
right.
Aim popping out like, you all right, bro? Yeah, I got a sneeze, and I'm just really not trying to have y'all looking at me like that. But yeah.
So I shared the post that with the information from the post about the sale going on at Borders, and not Borders. Look,
Barnes and Noble.
Back. I'm like, do Borders even exist anymore?
It's a border.
Barnes and Noble, and there's only
South America and North America. But okay, go ahead.
I'm like, and look, it's only one Barnes and Noble I can think of.
Terry Chambers talking about control that cough. Terry's in the building. What's up, King?
That's exactly what I was saying. But I picked up a couple good things. I got a few of them here. I got this.
Turn it to the side. Let me see the size of it. Okay.
It's a decent size, and it was normally $70, so that was good to get that for 50% off. I started kind of checking that out a little bit last night, so it's not what I thought it was, but it's still pretty interesting. That's one of the ones I got yesterday. I also picked up Charlemagne's Black Privilege. So this is, for whatever reason, it's been on my list of to reads. I read his other book, my mind's playing tricks on me or whatever.
Okay, I'm sliding. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sliding.
No, it's not. It ain't my mind playing tricks on me. It's what's the Mobb Deep song? Shook Ones.
Okay, Shook Ones. There's some nice verses on that.
I went Ghetto Boys. I meant to go Mobb Deep. So I'm gonna check this one out. I know people are really indifferent about Charlemagne. Some people either like him or hate him. It ain't too many people kind of in the middle.
Right.
But I got this book that looks kind of cool. It looks very coffee table-ishy.
I saw that. How much I was gonna get that? How is it just a book, or is there some other stuff inside of it?
I have not opened mine yet. It's still got the plastic on it because I was trying to decide if I was going to keep it or give it as a gift. So
that's the Spike Lee. That's the Spike Lee joint.
Yes. So for New Year's, I'm going. My sister just bought a new house, and so for New Year's, we're going over there to just kind of have a game night or whatever. And I thought about gifting her with this as a nice little housewarming.
Well, you can't change your mind now that you talked about it. You can't
Yes, I can. First of all, I already gave her a plant.
How you gonna announce on the show? You go give it to your sister and be like, you know what? I changed my mind.
I might. It was a might. So I might go, if I go back and get me one, I might give her this.
How much was that? Because I saw that when I was there.
It was the original price is $50, so that means it was $25. Donna Dabbs, our good friend Donna Dabbs was there with me. She bought one of these also. She's already cracked hers open. So she sent me some pictures like, oh, it's got stickers and everything in it. So it seems like it's a pretty cool book. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna crack it open and seal. So whether
you make the decision.
Yeah.
Which sister?
My oldest sister, Sharita, aka Tweet.
Okay.
So she just bought a new house. So I'll either open it when we go over there, or I'll open it if I don't take it up there. So I'll give myself a couple days to figure it out. But I got some games to take over there. So
you got that at Barnes and Noble.
Got this at Barnes and Noble. Now this one wasn't on sale, so I had to get the player's price, the player's discount. So shout out to Jordan Hurd. So it looked pretty cool. I had never heard of this before. So basically the concept is you see all these die here. So you roll the die and each one is a different color. So where your card is, one team gets a card, other team gets another card. You probably can't see it, but it's some squares like on each letter that match the colors here. So whatever letter this lands on, you have to come up with a word that has, so like if your second letter in the word you got to come up with might be P. So you might go with apple. So whatever you come up with, you got to come up with a list of words. Then you switch your card. You give your card once you've come up with those words to the other team. And then they have to act those out, or someone from that team has to act those words out and try to get their team to guess them. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. So I don't know how easy that's gonna go.
Okay.
But we're gonna check it out. And then of course I got the tried and true categories. But I picked this one up because it's the 30th anniversary edition. So I'm like, okay.
How much is that? How much was that joint?
This joint was $40. So players price.
You got the players discount.
Yes.
You got the auntie discount.
Hey. So yeah, I'll hopefully it's just as fun but better as my old category. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, I grabbed at least 3 books. Because because I mean, I got a lot. So I'll probably tomorrow after I have my site visit, I'll do a thing about the books, and I'll also do some stuff about the Fridays My Cool Solutions sponsored event, along with Reverence Design Team, where we're gonna be talking to Sean about his book, What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me, and we'll have Dr. Benita Cole on there. But
and you got somebody in the chat here that said they saw your post also and picked up.
Okay, all right.
2 rhyming dictionary.
Oh, nice. They doing some bars. They doing poetry. They okay. Well, I grabbed 3 books. Okay, one. Okay, and I'm all over the place with these books. Okay, the Book of 5 Rings. People may have heard me talk about this because a lot of people talk about the Art of War.
Mm-hmm. I looked at that. I actually saw the Art of War yesterday, and I was gonna get it, but they didn't have it in hardback. So I was like,
I'm at it because I got that. But you sure? Because that was in the $10 book, so it ended up being $5.
Oh, I didn't see it in there. Then maybe
it was on the side, little side thing, not on the regular.
It shelf. Wasn't that one. I take that back. It was 48.
Okay. Powers, the 48
laws of power.
Laws of power, right.
That's the one. I was gonna get that, but they didn't have the hardback version. But I definitely didn't see a $10. Where was the $10 section?
Oh man, I killed it on the $10 section. Also had some books for $8 and $7. And and that's not with the 50% off. So I got a couple books for $3. Oh, I made it happen. When I went in the second time, I was more strategic. First time I was all over the place.
Now, I don't know how you put that Cornell West book back, but it's creepy now. It wasn't like
now he's looking up.
He like peeking over your shoulder, like.
All right, let me put the Antoine Fisher.
Creepy.
Let me put Fish there.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so no, what I was gonna say, most people know about Sun Tzu's Art of War, and I recommend this over that. Okay. Book of 5 Rings. People have heard me refer to this before by its Japanese name, Gorin no Sho. This book is written by the greatest samurai swordsman in the history of ancient Japan, Miyamoto Musashi. He like single-handedly killed like 937,000 people. A couple people he just beat them down with a boat oar. He was chopping dudes up when he was like 13, beating down grown men, and then he got old, went in the cave, drew some plants and flowers, and drew some stuff on a turtle's back, and then he died. But then he left this book. It's a book of strategy. People use the strategy for business, for actually whooping people's ass for real. So yeah, Book of 5 Rings, Gorin no Sho, Miyamoto Musashi. I got that. A Quantum Life. People heard me talk about this before. Now, I actually didn't get this from the bookstore. Janice put me on with this one. A Quantum Life. Hakeem Olasei. He was actually on television the other day. Bob Render called me and said, "Yeah, you know this brother. This brother is a former drug dealer turned astrophysicist." This brother went.
I mean, from a street pharmacist to an astrophysicist.
hey, you want to really see this brother's journey. Hakeem Olasei, and that's his name. He got a regular American name that he changed it. But yeah, he and he's a Kappa. He went and he pledged. He left the streets where he was, selling drugs. Went to college, pledged Kappa, kept rocking it, and then now he's an astrophysicist. Bad boy. A Quantum Life, My Unlikely Journey from the Street to the Stars, Hakeem Olasei. And then one more, because I went, and this was another book that was like $10, so I got it for $5. The Elements and Illustrated History of the Periodic Table. So, you gotta know your elements, and then know some stuff that not just your hip hop elements, but it breaks it all down about how a lot of these elements were found and discovered, and the science behind, the different tools. It's slick for anybody trying to get their science in. The Elements is in there. So I was all over the place, but I was making it happen. But I got a whole bunch. That's just doing it for the day. We ready?
Oh,
We
Joe
have two people in
Lutenberg.
the room.
Joe Lutenberg says it sounds like the My Pillow guy.
Oh no, we not messing with that dude, Joe. We not messing with that dude, with the My Pillow dude. Joe, did I tell you that I met Joe when I went to New York? Did he roll up on me and had me signed to a MC Chill album and a record? And
Yeah.
yeah, me and Joe kicked it. We talked some old school hip hop, and Joe's a good dude. And yeah, yeah, and Joe hooked me up with a fever T-shirt.
Okay.
It's my man. Big ups to Joel. Joel, and he's always watching the show too. So big ups to Joel.
Shout out to Joel.
He's in the Bronx. I think Joel is from the Bronx. Yep. Okay.
From
Oh
the
yeah,
BX?
yes indeed. He's from the Boogie Down. All
He
right.
posted the yes indeed before you said it. I think.
Okay, so he might not be from
shirt, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, that's Grandmaster that got the rhyming dictionary. Oh, that he gonna be really dropping. Oh, he from Money Making, Manhattan. Okay. He from Uptown. He from Money Making, Manhattan. Okay. All right, Joe. I think I knew Joe was from Manhattan. And Joe's also I think he's a reggae aficionado, not just old school hip hop. I think he's it might not be, he might get more technical than reggae. He might reggaeton or some other names that they have, but I think he gets down with that as well. But yeah, big ups to our man Joe. Okay, Felicia, we had two people in the waiting room. You ready for me to?
Yep.
Sean is in the building. Sean, I spent like 20 minutes at the beginning of the show, hyping you up. You see the book over the shoulder. I told everybody Friday, 7:00, as Sean, as your people say from the guys at Earth, the God hour. So yes, 7:00 on Friday. We're gonna be talking to Sean. And as I told you before, anything you need to know about COVID, the virus, any elixirs that you think is slick, he will more than likely go tell you it's not, and why, and he's gonna have sources. And if anybody want to argue with him, he about that smoke too. He just did
let's argue
about 3 shows where he breaking people all the way down. But Sean also comes with the sources, and he follows the studies. Man, he up on it. When I hear something is going on and it's new, and I can go and try to research it. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if Sean already on it first. And he didn't already shortcutted me and provided me with the sources and let me know where to go find the information out from him. And Sean not playing around. But yeah, so we going in deep with Sean on Friday, but it's on my YouTube channel, the Kevin Chill Herd YouTube channel. I'll be putting out the actual link, but that goes down on Friday at 7:00. Thanks to My Cool Solutions and Reverence Design Team. And if anybody else wants to be a sponsor, let me know, because My Cool Solutions has got a whole lot of other stuff to do. So Sean has the book in the link. If you want to find out about it, if you want to buy it, he up on Omicron too. He's on all of it, all the pills, all the new stuff. Anyway, we getting it in on Friday. Felicia, we have 2 guests in the building. You want me to let them in?
I said that 10 minutes ago.
Okay, I missed that part. All right, we have Derek, and then we have Inspiring Creativity.
All right.
All right, you have to let us know who you have here.
Well, Inspiring Creativity should be Michael.
And then Felicia we have like 16 things that you should do in Cleveland during, what is it, for 2022?
Yes.
16 things you need to do in the land. So hopefully we'll get into that as well. But yeah, man. All right. Inspired. Okay, we got some people coming up in here. See one of my brother up in here.
How you doing?
What's going on?
Oh man, you know my apologies on the tardiness, beach, man. I appreciate you. What's up, Chill? How you doing?
What's going on, King?
Oh,
I'm
no
good. I'm
worries.
good. I can't complain.
It is all love. You just came in on somebody else's time, but it's cool. It's fine because both guests that we have really was kind of relating to the same thing. So
the 16 things you need to do
16
in the
things you
land.
need to see, experience, do in 2022. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So it's just this is our last show of the year. Last show of 2021. So I put together like a list because it's the end of the year of like things that people need to see, experience, or do in 2022. Some things might be stuff that you're familiar with. Some things maybe you've never heard of. A lot of people I feel like have never heard of you two gentlemen, or maybe necessarily what you do, may not know what you're doing. I'll say that. So definitely wanted to not only mention you guys on the list, but I'm so glad you were able to join us on the show so we could just delve a little bit deeper into that and put it out there. So, well, you got inspiring creativity here on your name, but introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Museum of Creative Human Art. That's what it is. The tagline is inspiring creativity. But the Museum of Creative Human Art is just really about inspiring the creation of art in underserved communities. And what that looks like is just being able to be there for those that are in the inner city who don't really have somebody to tap into that can really guide them along their journey of becoming an artist or creative in all sorts of ways. It's really not encouraged like basketball or football or sports in general. It's not supported. Arts is not supported like that. And so Antoine and myself say, you know what, why not be there for these young people and give them an opportunity, but also educate them, mentor them, guide them along the way, just to be there for them like we didn't have growing up. And so we've been doing that for the last 5 years. Just came into a residency, an institutional residency with the Museum of Contemporary Art Cleveland. We've been doing that for the last 6 months now, and opening with the Off on Aaron. We have Stina Aaliyah, Lawrence Baker, and right now, presently, the show is Terry Joshua. He's a young artist, 20 years old. His exhibit actually ends January 2nd. So for those who are listening, hopefully have an opportunity to get there before Sunday. The times are from 11 to 5. And we just look forward to continuing to support local talented artists, man. Cleveland got some real talented people.
What does he have in there?
What's that?
What's his medium? What does he have in there?
So he is a fine artist, and he is painting in this exhibit. He's painting his life up until now, starting from a young boy all the way up to 20 years old, and all the pain and the trauma that he had to go through along this journey of becoming an artist. He put it on the canvas and is walking you through his life all the way up until his 20-year-old opportunity here to be on a big stage like this. Is great for him, and he stepped up to the occasion. And a lot of people are coming out to support high schools and even outside of Cleveland, man. It's just been an overflow of support for him.
Yeah. Okay. And that's one of the reasons I definitely wanted to get you on too before that exhibit was gone. I knew that the end of it was coming up soon and I want to talk about it, but want to go back really quickly because you introduced, who you are in terms of the museum, but if you could let the people know your name, and then you just said Anton, who is your co-founder, correct? But you didn't really if you could just kind of give a formal introduction of who we're talking to.
Yeah, so I'm Michael Russell. I know I was on the show a few years ago and introduced myself as Campy, and that's who I am. But sometimes that can kind of, I'm the second. I'll just say that I'm Michael Russell Jr. And sometimes, I kind of like to lead with just being myself.
Right.
A mentor, creative, curator. I'm a bunch of different things. And that's the thing that we talk to our young people about, is that you don't have to be just one thing. But what you want to do is perfect that thing that you may be gifted at. You want to perfect it, but at the same time, along this journey, you may find yourself wanting to do other things. And so that's where I found myself, not just a mentor, not just a life coach, but also a teacher, also a creative, a curator. So I was able to curate a show with the Morgan Conservatory over on 55th. And this summer with Davon Brantley, another Cleveland artist, graduated from CIA. And we did some great work over there at the Morgan. And it was a group show that was a success. And so I'm just continuing to just evolve as a creative.
Right. Not just your daddy's son.
Yeah.
That too, but you doing your own thing.
Absolutely.
Right,
basketball is still a love. Basketball is still a love, and definitely want to begin to do more outreach with my pops in terms of basketball related things. But right now I'm just in the art lane and trying to give opportunity to aspiring artists and also emerging artists.
Right. Well, I do want to say for the people, obviously we do have some people who are not from Cleveland that are even watching the show right now. Like, what the hell are they talking about? And although this brother has given his passions and his accolades and things that he's doing on his own, but for the people who don't know, his dad, Campy Russell, legendary Cleveland Cavalier, still rocking with the team and on the journalism side and so for just for the people who were like, what are they referencing? What are they talking?
That's fair.
Who the hell is this daddy? We riding with him right now because we see all these things he's doing. We don't even know who is daddy. Yeah, the legendary Cleveland Cavalier Campy Russell. But yeah, let's keep kicking it, King.
Yeah. He's continued to, like you just said, working with Fox Network and also working with the Cavaliers and working with the alumni. And what the alumni is, all the retired players that used to play that want to come back and give back to the communities. That's what we works with. And so, yeah, I'm just the son of Campy Russell. And I'm just trying to carve my own lane and make sure that I'm making an impact just as he's doing.
Not trying. You are.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. 50%. That's 50% effort if you're trying. So yeah, definitely 100%, over 100% in trying to, or not trying, but serving the community.
Yeah, and you OG with Chill Talk. You and your brother did the show when we were still at the radio station, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you did the show at the radio before the quarantine.
That's it.
And at the time, it was, I don't want to say necessarily just a concept, but this was something that was more, you guys definitely are light years ahead of where you were.
Where they were when they were on the show before, right?
On the show.
Absolutely. And I think that's really what inspired everything. Just hearing so many no's and people not really getting it and what we were trying to do at the time, we had an opportunity and we stepped up to the opportunity. We partnered with Slavic Village and did a workshop at Stella Walsh Recreation Center. And the young folks over there, man, they loved it. And they walked away with free computers, but we were teaching them graphic design. But also there's a critical thinking component to it as well, where we're getting them to think outside the box and talk about what they can do right now to change their situations. And it was a success. And from there, it kind of just spiraled. Got an opportunity at Mayhall Lanes where we opened up with Lauren Pierce. She's a fine artist who is really taking off in her career. And just, man, to be honest with you, man, me not being from Cleveland, I'm from Detroit, but coming here, I grew a love for Cleveland and the people. Just, man, the creatives are crazy in all types of genres. So I'm just a part in trying to play my part in impacting people's lives.
Absolutely. Yeah, so take us, I guess, a little bit on this journey in the past 5 years. I can't believe it's been that long already, But yeah, I guess so. And shout out to Chill Talk because we coming up on 5 years. I'm just like, man, how did 5 years go by so quickly?
With the 2 years, the blip, like in the Marvel universe, It's like we blipped back in after 2 years. But yeah, no, that's right. That was 5 years ago we started doing
5 years. Yeah. And so hopefully, man, that we have some type of documentation with that, because I just believe that what we're doing is groundbreaking, history making, really, to be the first to have a institutional residency on that kind of level, and give folks the opportunity and not just be selfless. This is about people. This is about giving opportunities that would never have come if not given this situation. And so we just want to provide that equity, that diversity and inclusion of Black and brown people. We're talented and we can do it on the same level. And so we just want to make sure that that's known and continue to do what we're doing here.
How do creatives, how do they contact you? How do they get their works in? How does that work? And do they have to be local?
No. So actually, after this year, we're going to begin to go national and do some other things with other artists. But we want to make sure that we always focus on home first. But they can get in contact, man, on Instagram, Museum of Creative Human Art. It's Museum of at Museum of Creative Human Art, and then the website is www.creativehumanart.com. And you can find us there, man. Submit your work or tag somebody. We're always looking for new artists.
Absolutely.
And for people wanting to come, go ahead, Felicia.
Oh, I was just going to say, I have not myself, but I'm planning on going literally, I swear, before Sunday, because Sunday's the last day, right?
Yeah.
I have to go because I have not been, but I am familiar with some of the artists' work. And then I've seen a few people who've gone to the exhibit who have posted, and I'm just like amazed just by looking from social media. So I'm like, oh my God, I have to go and actually see this in person, because for this young man to be, I mean, only like 20 years old, like the type, it's crazy, y'all. Just, you see this artwork, it's like, it's crazy. So
he's definitely his mama's son. And I mean, he just comes with a different, to be 20 years old, he has a different energy, and he really believes in himself. And so when you have a young guy like that who believes in himself, can nothing stop him. And the energy is just going to make you stop and want to see what he has to say.
Is it a cost to get up in there to see it?
No, it's completely free, man.
It's for the free.
Yeah. Just come up, and show yourself. As a matter of fact, Terry is going to be there every day until Sunday, from 11 to 5, and that's what kind of guy he is, where he's meeting people and saying, let me walk you through, let me give you a tour, and tell and explain to you what was going on in my mind at that time. Besides when he was 5 years old, when he has this young picture of himself back in the day.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, speaking of artwork or things of art, I definitely want to bring on our other guest as well. I want to bring him into the conversation. So, Mr. Chiles, are you here?
He's in the
sometimes you leave people. You leave people on hold, they get to walking away from the computer.
he's actually, I mean, his box is there, so I don't know if he's listening but he's definitely logged in, and it's been lit in the room.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, sometimes people walk off because they're like, oh, okay, I got time. So I was checking to see if he's here, because I don't see his picture and he's on mute. So, Mr. Chiles.
Hey, Chill, in the meanwhile, man, while we're waiting on Derek, man, I definitely have to salute you and give you and BT your flowers, man, for just being consistent. Not too often, man, folks they're not really consistent and really believe in themselves, man. You just continue I'm going to do it regardless.
Right.
I
appreciate that, man. Hey, and I tell anybody, I appreciate, we're not in the studio. I appreciate, the super producer, Felicia Haney, hanging with me. And man, but 5 years, I didn't know we was going on 5 years of doing ChillTalk. I mean, it seemed, like I said, we've done like 80 shows since we were out of the studio, and we said we're gonna keep doing it. But I will tell you this: the very first show that we did under quarantine, when we were out of the studio, and we said, okay, we just gonna keep doing it. We were gonna do it from my mother's house, and because that was the most hygienic, COVID-free location in Cleveland, Ohio. But Felicia messed that up because my mama said she brought a bag of weed to her house. And then we couldn't come back after that. That was the first and last.
It was peppermint tea.
Oh, okay. That's what they, okay.
Allegedly.
Right. That is so funny. That.
Yeah, but that was our first show in quarantine. We did at my mother's house. And
Nice,
but you're right, bro. I appreciate it. We we can keep getting people, brothers like you, to come on and give that information and talk about the things that you're doing. We can't stop letting people know what's going on, and brothers like you who doing these type of things in the community. It's important, and that's why we. And so let me say this. For people watching the show, if you want to support Chill Talk, you see the Cash App on there. Support Chill Talk, $ money to the number numeral 2 money to chill. Because again, we're not on the radio. We don't have the commercials that we normally have, but you know, we here. So we love the support. $1, $1, anything.
Same here, man. If you can, they can donate anytime on the website, creativehumanart.com.
Let me, I'm gonna drop your info in the chat as well so that people can follow you. So the museum's handle is what?
At Museum of Creative Human Art.
All
Museum
spelled out.
Yep, all together.
Okay,
And
so that's Mocha with the H, y'all.
Yep. Mocha with an H. And man, anytime.
And then I'll put yours on there too as well. If they want to follow you. You're Mike.
Mike underscore verse VS underscore Campy, CAMPY. It's a red dot up there. And anytime, you know, if any folks want to reach out and come by and talk to students about just creativity, about creative thinking, about critical thinking rather, and just thinking outside the box. And so we have workshops as well that we do. So just feel free to reach out.
All right, I think Brother Chiles is present. He didn't throw up the hand.
Perfect.
Yeah, can you unmute him? I think he's having difficulty unmuting. He said on his end, it said that the host has to unmute him. I'm not sure.
Okay, I can ask to unmute, but he can unmute himself. Okay, I hit the ask to unmute, but it's on him.
Yeah.
Cause you didn't have to, I didn't unmute you, you unmuted yourself when you came in, right?
He said that when he came in, I told him he could unmute himself and turn on his own camera, but then he texted back and said that it says, I guess on his end, that the host needs to unmute. I'm not sure why.
You may have to log off and log back in.
Yeah, log back on that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think he went out. So he
apparently could hear us, could see and hear us, but we just couldn't get him on there. So maybe he'll be back on.
You know, let me throw much. Okay, here he comes. I'm about to let him back in. And hopefully he'll be able to. All right. And there we go.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. Now he still needs to unmute though, but there he is. We can see him.
Yeah. Can you unmute?
Okay. Unmute.
There we go.
All right. How's everybody doing? I'm not a computer guy. I'm a builder. I build stuff. I build.
Like I ain't building computers, so we got you.
How's everybody doing today? I appreciate the exposure. We really do. My name is Derek C.W. Chiles, Charles White Childs, and I'm the Director of Construction Design for Container Homes USA, headquartered out of Cleveland, Ohio, with our own fabrication shop with another 200,000 square foot fabrication shop in Dubai. I ended up meeting this awesome lady, Felicia, on another outing. So I am honored to be here. I'm mad that I've been missing this action, what's been going on. This guy inspiring creativity. I got to stop through there because I was just talking to my wife. I want to do a horizontal mirror of my life. I'm a foster kid, you know, no mom, no dad, grew up the rough way. but hitting the double nickels next week, and God's been good. So
Okay.
Happy birthday, early birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So go ahead, shoot whatever questions you want to shoot at me, or you want me to tell you what I do.
Well, Felicia,
Yeah.
you want to give a introduction of even how we got this brother on here?
Yeah, so we just met about a week ago, coincidentally at Chill and I, one of our favorite watering holes. I mean, I don't drink, but you know, still a favorite watering hole.
I handle that part for her.
We're Chill and I, y'all always hear Chill and I talk about we play trivia on Tuesdays, and sidebar Chill. So there was no trivia last week and there was no trivia last night. But somebody didn't send a memo to your favorite team you love to beat. The councilmen's or the former.
Oh, they were there.
Councilmen, they was there ready to play, and they was disappointed it wasn't no trivia. I said, y'all should be happy because y'all wasn't about to get beat down by us.
Yeah, they still looking for us because you know we bring the noise up in there. Oh, real quick, Felicia, I just want to acknowledge that we got our brother Vince Robinson in the building, and he's giving kudos to what this young brother is doing, because you know Vince is from an art background, and I think he might be on the council, one of those art councils. So yeah, we're going to
Vince
is on everything. He got his hand in everything.
That's my big bro. So I'm glad to see Vince is in on the show, just checking us out. Appreciate you, King.
Yeah. Anyway, I had stepped in there. I think I was like the first person, which I only ended up being one of two of like our crew that showed up last week to find out there was no trivia. And as I was there waiting, though, this gentleman, Mr. Chiles, was sitting next to me at the bar. Or I sat down next to him, I should say. He was there first. And somehow, I'm not sure how, we just kind of got to chatting. And he started filling me in on all the wonderfulness that he does. And once he started telling me, I kind of knew a little bit about it and I could relate. He was telling me or asking me, did I know about, you know, like the containers, and that he converts containers into all kinds of cool spaces, whether that be housing or retail spaces, or I'm sure the list could go on. So probably whatever you wanted the container to be converted into, he's your man to do it. So I had heard of this before, you know, or had seen examples, but, you know, I was like, how cool is it to actually meet someone who's doing this and somebody, you know, that looks like us. So I'm just like, yes, I'm here for it, you know, tell me more. So he starts filling me in and telling me more and telling me a little bit about his background and now some of the things that he's doing, like big things, to where if you Clevelanders remember, or even if you're not from Cleveland, I think everybody knew if you follow sports that the MLB All-Star game was in Cleveland. Was that in 19? I think it was 2019. And he had one of his products, one of these containers he had converted into like a retail space right in the middle of downtown. And I'm like, yes, I remember that. It's like the Mitchell & Ness store, like where you walked in, you got all your merchandise or whatever. And I distinctively remember that. And he showed me pictures and he's like, yes, that was me. Like I did that. And so I'm gonna let you go ahead and I don't want to, you know, I'm like, I'm not doing you too much justice on it. So I want you to kind of tell your own story a little bit. But yeah, once he started telling me this, I was hooked. So I'm so glad that you could join the show today. So welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity, Felicia. I really do. And Chill, nice to meet you guys. Campy Jr. over there. Nice to be on the stage with you guys. So I'm we've been the owner. We started Container Homes USA February 4th, 2014. I got smashed up in my Range Rover. They said I would never walk again. And that was after my wife had gotten diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 18 months into my marriage. And all of that came after I was able to weather the debacle of being a foster kid of no mother, no father, growing up a crazy abusive, physical abusive home. a lot of different things. Everyone gets dealt a different set of 52s, and you just got to roll with that deck. What you got to do is you got to split that deck up, and you got to make sure you put everything in strategic positions. Because I grew up in poverty, I didn't know what it was to be methodical. I didn't know what it was. I was trying to stay alive. I was just trying to stay above ground, not catch the next beating that was coming along. So I have a twin brother. When he got him from the foster home he was at, we moved to Burton, Ohio, got an apartment. I was 16 years old with an Audi Fox, a $350 a month apartment. And me and my brother, we had a 1-bedroom, and we both had mattresses in the bedroom on the floor because we didn't have no box springs. And we had a bathroom, a little area we called a living room with the antenna and the aluminum foil. We grew up with outhouses and wells. So the only reason I'm telling you this, everybody's got a different, set of 52s. Everyone's got a different, whole scope of adversity they got to get through. But you got to keep going. So we started this company 7 years ago. Black man was not in this game. As of July of this year, we are voted number 3 in the entire United States in the containerized industry, top 10 container builders. What Felicia was talking about, we had 4 containers down on Public Square where we had did retail shops for the 2019 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. We won that whole thing. We put it up, we delivered, and let me tell you, it was premium. We were all in the All-Star Game. So from there, it gave us our second launch. In 2016 and 17, we won the Green Sustainable Builder of the Year right off of Harvard, 91st and Harvard. People never even knew who we were. My wife gave me $50 to go to LA to go get the award. When we went and got the award, the Lord blessed us with an abundance of channel partners, major corporations that partnered with us. We went from being nothing in the hood to being top 3 in the United States. We just signed a contract out of Hickory, North Carolina, to build 50 brand new single family and 2-family homes. We have an auto dealership. Everybody drives Auto Mart. It's the first containerized auto dealership going up on 143rd in Miles. We have a mixed use unit going up in Cam's Corner. We have multiple single family homes going up in Ohio City and Tremont. In 2016 and 17, we won the Green Sustainable Builder of the Year in the United States. We ended up in Blueprint Magazine, which is the largest architectural magazine. They did an 8-page story on us. I think it was 8 pages. And we ended up in U.S. Builders Review, and it catapulted our company. At this time, my wife had, gotten diagnosed with the MS and stuff, and she's a registered nurse out of Detroit. She used to take care of all the teenage pregnant, people. Everyone's got a story. No one really cares about your story. You got to keep pushing on through that story. And I don't look for no recognition. It's just ladies like her that you meet and you just stumble onto it. God opened up doors for you. So now, currently, we were renting our own space out in Warren, Ohio, hour, 10-minute drive. We're hooking that thing every day. We got to keep going. So the Lord blessed us with our own manufacturing facility. We have a full facility that we own on 75th and Union. Then we ended up being able to partner with the 200,000 square foot fabrication shop in Dubai. We have projects going on in Ghana. We have projects going on in Saudi Arabia. We have projects going on in Croatia, Hickory, North Carolina. We have Detroit. It's like a lockdown in Detroit now. We have over 25 homes going to Detroit. We have a $22 million project going in Albion, Michigan, a 26-unit apartment building made out of containers, 22 single-family homes, 1,280 square feet, where we attend to homeless veterans. So we're doing a lot of different things. If it's in that containerized industry, I'm in it. We have shipping container units that are churches. We have shipping container units that are dispensaries. We have shipping container units that are organic grow houses. And we have shipping container units that are cannabis grow houses. We do everything from residential, commercial, industrial, to recreational. If you can think about it, I can build it. I've been building in the Carpenters Union and being a carpenter for over 32 years. Did all the stone in the Horseshoe Casino, these rally restaurants, they all fall under our contract. Courtyard Marriott at Euclid and Cornell, that whole, all them story, that's all us.
Hey, brother Chiles, I excuse me for disturbing your build, literally, but I need to ask you, bro.
Come on.
How do you make a house out of a container, man? What does a house built made out of a container look like? How does that go down?
I wish I could share a screen. So we take a 40-foot container.
You can't share a screen, but go ahead, talk.
I'm not that talented. I'm just not that talented. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. It's enough for me to figure out how to get on here with y'all.
All right, tell me about it, man. I need to hear about this.
So we take a 40-foot container, and that's 320 square feet. I put a bedroom on one end. I put a bathroom on the other end. I cut out a hole. I put in 2x3 hollow box steel and drop in a patio door, sliding door, 36-inch man door, whatever you want. Then I cut out every single window opening, box it in with 2x3 hollow steel, Anderson window slide all the way in there. My bathrooms, I have Kohler components. My flooring is all sponsored by Armstrong. The bathroom components are the vanity, the toilet, everything is sponsored by Kohler, Panasonic High CFM. Once we take that, we stud it out and we spray in closed cell spray foam. After that, it's like a regular house. When you walk in it, you will have no idea you're in a container home. We're on the inside. You have just stepped into the most green, sustainable, energy efficient, wind rated home that's being created in the United States. It's being pumped right off of 91st and Harvard.
Man, amazing. Bruh, just to know, man, Camp, just to know that this brother, this black man is putting in that type of work that's being recognized. Hey, he shouted out the motherland. He got stuff cracking on the continent, all over, getting awards, man. Hey, bruh, I'm so proud of you and so glad to hear that you are doing these things and going into something that the brothers don't even know anything about.
No clue.
And you're excelling in it, not just doing it halfway. You're doing it all the way, King. How did this even come to you? How did this even come about in the first place? This entire concept.
Yeah, so I'm a carpenter by trade. You know what I mean? I grew up out on a makeshift farm out in Orwell, Ohio, out there with like a, really high racial, racial tension, stuff like that. And my dad, we were real poor. We had outhouses and wells and stuff. And then I finally got a shower and I finally started to see some things on another scope. In my life, I'm trying to stay alive. So I got to the point where a gentleman on Buckeye, 93rd and Buckeye, smashed into my Range Rover. They said that I would never walk again, me and my wife in ICU at the Metro Health Hospital. I refused a spine surgery that they wanted to do on me. And they gave me some pain meds, sent me home. My wife was working in Michigan. She got, teamwork at this time. And the Lord brought the vision to me. I just kept getting a lot of different flashes and stuff. So I started drawing, a build. So I started putting it together. And then I talked to my boy, Kent Whitley, from Whitley and Whitley. I said, man, what do you think of this? And he said, man, it looks like a shipping container home to me. Because, sometimes you don't know what God's giving you. He take you to another level. He's going to put the person there to tell you what he's trying to get to. So at that time, we had 10 duplex houses, free and clear, luxury cars. My wife's working. I got my construction company. Christian's under construction. We making paper hand over hand. But then, things get stripped. God showed me this vision. We cashed in all them houses, all them cars. And that's how Container Homes USA got started, straight out our dining room. People thought I was crazy.
Real quick, even from the chat, Joel is in Manhattan in New York City. He wants to know, is it a website that he can find out about this?
Absolutely. Container Homes USA. www.containerhomes, plural, USA.com.
Awesome. So there's another question in the chat from Stacy Collier, who is a councilwoman in Garfield Heights. suburb here in Cleveland, and she wants. Well, she mentions that she's looking for new ideas in Garfield Heights, and so I'm not sure if this is something that you could do in Garfield Heights. Either one of you really, but the reason I wanted to you to speak on that specifically is because this list that I was talking about that I made for things that you need to see, experience, and do in 2022 is that I added Playwright Park onto that list. So Playwright Park, tell me again exactly where it's located. I know it's in the Opportunity Corridor area, but I don't remember the streets.
Yeah, it's on 103rd and Carnegie. Mr. Whitfield used to be the previous director for the CDC over there. They had contracted us to build amphitheaters. It's two 20-foot shipping containers mounted up on pillars, and the roll cage doors go up on both sides. So if you're having a concert, poetry, whatever it is, it's a beautiful park that's sitting there that they did before. And so, obviously they're going to be building out around it. But yeah, those are amphitheaters. If you're doing musical sets, poetry sets, gathering area for our people, it's a real beautiful, nice, calm area over there. Mm-hmm.
Right. And this is in conjunction with Karamu, correct?
I don't know. As far as me, I don't know about them being in conjunction with Karamu. All I know, I'm just contracted to do the blueprints, build that joker, and keep it moving. That's all I did.
Well, when I looked it up, it said it was a collaborative effort with Karamu because these amphitheaters that he's speaking about, they essentially turn into stages. So I'm assuming that Karamu will be providing some entertainment or things of that nature there in Playwright Park. But there's some other things going on. That's not the only thing you're doing for Opportunity Corridor. As I understand it, that this is really about to be built up like a new community.
Well, what we're working on, and I can't get too far into details, I don't want to piss off some people or whatever, putting the horse before the buggy or whatever, but just in the city of Cleveland, we have over 56 orders. So I don't want to get too deep into that whole thing on there. I want that opportunity quarter. I got units where I stack the shipping container home, triple stack, double stack them, and you pour right underneath into a garage, an engineered concrete foundation. Garage goes down. It's all about security. It's all about making sure someone is safe. I got a doctor up in there giving me $350,000 for one of my homes, and yes, we do have them. He wants to make sure that he's secure, that he's safe. That's so pretty much what it is.
Vince Robinson is also in the chat saying that our brother Gus Turner did one of the murals on one of the containers there. So just want to say, give a shout out to him. R.I.P.
That paper mache art, I didn't even know they were even putting that on there. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm thinking even, with some of the things that Mike is doing with his, maybe in the future, some type of collaboration with some artists. He's plugged into so many different artists, like he mentioned here in the city and outside of the city as well, that is something that, I would love to see if Museum of Creative Human Art could be involved with something like this in the future would definitely be awesome.
Felicia, we in our fabrication shop, we do a lot of different things. Right now, we're building a Cleveland Browns tailgate party box out of a 20-foot container, and I have seriously been looking for a creative person to come in there and spray that box where we can put the history of the Cleveland Browns on the inside, because it's got AstroTurf, it's got patio doors, it's got a 65-inch TV going in it, 4-track lights, bar. It's got everything in it. But I wanted to spray paint the whole inside white and run a whole history of the Cleveland Browns inside of it being airbrushed. That's going to be out at the Home and Garden Show at the IX Center this year. And then I think that if I could meet a couple, because I don't know where to meet these young gentlemen at. They're so creative. If we could collaborate.
Hey, Derek, you got a brother over here in the box next to you. And his name is Inspiring Creative.
There it is. I was happy to be on here.
I got you, Dan. I got you, man.
Hopefully he'll reach out to me. I would appreciate that, Junior. If you reach on out to me, give her, and Felicia, will you give him my direct information? I'm all about, this is what I'm all about.
We make connections up in here.
Right. I'm an ex-con. January 9th, I'll be home for 23 years flat. Never, ever return. Never, ever. Oh, and we have to be able to show our people, men and women, that there's a greater purpose for your life. You are far greater than being incarcerated when a man telling you when to get up and eat breakfast and shower and all this shenanigans. I can't do it. I can't do it. But, dealing with the cards I was dealt, you got to survive. Situations happen. We understand. But that situation don't make you for the rest of your life. So I had to prove to myself, prove to my family that I was far greater than the picture they were painting of me. So I remember, the guy at the shootout, there was 25th, the yada, yada, yada. And so a lady told me, and this is a Caucasian lady, she said, Mr. Chiles, have you ever Googled yourself? I'm like, nah, I know what's on there. I already know about that. I said, if you want to talk about that, I'm probably not your guy. Things happen. You got to did my time. I should be able to move on out of that. She said, excuse me? She said, take and Google yourself. They said that you are one of the top Black men in the whole United States in this container gang. And one day I Googled myself and I was like, wow. Before it used to be about the shootout, crazy stuff, the bad stuff. But there's a good side to all of us when given the opportunity. That's where the difference is. When you have an opportunity, we push on and we fund our own operation. We don't have no partners. I wish we did have a partner that was able to make some moves to help us move to get to the next one. But you got to keep going with the cards you got. And then eventually your hand will change. The 52 gonna flip, you're gonna get a new deck and you're gonna get a new hand. And God's gonna bless you with that new hand because you stayed faithful over that little, I'm trying to package up, $1,000, honey, we can't spend that at all. Every $100 gotta go on that stack. Well, now I'm trying to stack millions. That's where I'm at now. It's not even about no $100 no more. It's not about thousands or 10,000, not even about 100. You got to get to that $1 million level where that's where you're thinking. Then we can start to bring in other people that look like me. There's so many creative artists out there and people out there that I want to reach, but I don't know how to reach them. I was busy staying alive, trying to stay alive and keep them, I'm in the hood of Cleveland. So,
well, that's why you need the super producer.
Well, I do.
I connect people.
Felicia, you don't even know.
Connections going down here right now.
Right now. So we're going to be going live, streamline. I don't know what it is, but it's like a Netflix, SDM Flix out of Detroit. And they're going to be shooting live video on me. If you go on LinkedIn, Facebook, I give a lot of people a lot of different stuff because I don't know how to do that other stuff. And I shoot you live. People don't even know that a Black man, myself and my wife, built the first COVID-19 mobile medical unit in the whole United States, in the world. In the world. It sits right now.
In the world, Craig.
In the world. Hey, if you go out to 279th and Euclid Avenue, Premier Medical is sitting right in their back parking lot. It allows us to get to our people without having to take them to the hospital and contaminate them. A lot of that mess, the more you go into it, the more the risk of you catching it. So now they're able to sit up there and people, the clients go right into the office, does the exam, make his money and keep it moving. We do Airbnbs, we do cabins. Our largest project we're doing is 5,600 square feet. It's got 3 levels and it's going in Mount Vernon, Ohio. We have another full development of 8 cabins with a 6,000 square foot home. That's going in Canton. So we're all over Washington State, Florida, Georgia, Detroit heavy. Whatever you want to do.
Shout out to Detroit. I just want to say, not only we making a connection here with y'all got the Detroit connection. Your wife is from there. Mike is from Detroit originally. You got some good things going on in Detroit. So we definitely are going to hook you guys up and hopefully some more things will continue to come out of that. Now I do have a question. I got a question for you, Derek, with which
Okay.
it didn't come from the chat. Somebody sent it to me via text, but I'll read it. She wants to know, are the container homes more weather resistant for things like tornadoes or hurricanes?
Absolutely. So we produce the most green, sustainable, energy efficient wind-rated home that's being created. We are now in conjunctions with the state of Florida to produce their emergency disaster relief house. And I didn't really get into all this stuff, but there's a lot of action
Jeez.
going on.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Man, this is
Wow.
Our
phenomenal, man.
foundations, so, and not to cut you off, Chill, our foundations are welded. There are no, I'm a builder. A regular house, block go up, 2x6 laid flat. You got a visqueen to go down. The half-inch anchors come up. You put the nut in the washer on it, and then the box is laid, 16 on center, and then you put the plywood on it. We weld our homes. Ain't nothing moving. Look, if the stadium moves, then it'll move. But if the stadium don't move, it ain't moving. Certified welders.
So I got another question for you. If you can kind of just touch on this for me, because you mentioned two very important things that deal a lot with our community. One, like, you know, as you revealed, you said you're an ex-con. So we got a lot of brothers and sisters who come home, you know, who would find it difficult to move on from there. But not just that, whether you're an ex-con or not, we've always kind of had some issues in the construction game. You know what I mean? Whether it's like getting into the union or, you know, people protesting sites saying there ain't enough Black people working on here. So you've been able to kind of get over both of those humps. So I don't know if you have a secret to your success or maybe anything that you could share with some people out there who may, you know, be in similar situations that need, you know, maybe just some advice on how to get over those humps.
Sure. So, first of all, you got to perfect your craft. That's the first thing, because you ain't got no voice if you ain't doing nothing. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, I came home from prison, and before I left, I was a Midwest regional sales manager for Toshiba of America, making serious paper. When I came home, I couldn't get a job at Burger King. I ended up going over to the union. They saw my skill set. They put me in as a straight journeyman. You just got to keep pushing, kicking doors. That's really what it is. I don't have a simple answer for that. You just got to keep going. You got to keep going, keep believing in you. Once you believe in you and you keep going, someone's going to help you. Someone's going to help you because God's going to put them in the position to help you, to open that door, let you in. Come on, let me get you. So I came home. The first job that they put me on was out in West Park. I built the West Park Senior Citizens Center way out there on Lorraine, like 300, 285th. And then from there, they saw me. I was hanging up in the air, swinging these trusses over with these trusses are huge, 40 feet. But they didn't know I was an ex-con. All they knew, I had a tool belt on and I wasn't scared to get up on them walls. And once I got up on them walls, then they started, giving me better position. Then to answer your question, what they need to do is they need to go on the State of Ohio website. You need to become MBE certified with the State of Ohio. You need to become EDGE certified with the State of Ohio. It's not easy. You got to earn your way. You got a lot of applications. You got insurances, all this money you got to spend before you even get to make a dollar. You can never, ever make a dollar till you spend a dollar. People be so tight with $1,000, God trying to get you 10,000 in your hand, but you gonna let the $10, $100 bills go. We could sit and use being an ex-con as an excuse, but had I did that, I would still be a victim of recidivism. That's what I would be, because it's so hard. I get it. I do. All I could tell you, you got to keep going. Keep going. Keep believing in you. Do what you enjoy doing, then you ain't got to worry about going to work. All you doing is showing up, because it's going to flow natural for you. And then when you get so much knowledge in you, like I could sit here and spit like I'm DMX on here, and you'll never ever stop, because there's nothing you can ask me about containerized projects, residential, commercial, industrial, recreation that I don't know. I know all the way from the curb box all the way to the rooftop, the downspout, the gutters, the mechanical, mini splits, HVAC, forced air. It don't matter. The electrical panel,
Everything on the pig, from the rooter to the tutor.
It's the
Hey,
same.
man.
Look, it's the
This
same
brother
as a
not playing.
stick-built home. It's the same thing. You got to go by the same building codes as if you were building with 2x4s. That's what people don't understand. We build affordable housing solutions. Our model for our company is affordable housing solutions for everybody. There is no Formica in my home. It's all granite. There is no, off-brand tar. There's none of that. It's nothing but high-end product.
All right, bro, let me, man. Hey, Cappy, just listen to this dude make it down, man. This is inspiring.
You might as well have dropped the mic.
Man, but let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Have you had any problems? Because you in a lane that brothers aren't occupying. And when they find out that you in the game, have you had some problems, some pushback, some haters? When they found out that these moves that you making, that you don't see a lot of us, probably none of us, making these moves. Have you had any shade, literally, because of that?
You know what? The truth of the matter is, I've had so much of it that it's just aggravating. I don't even care about it no more. We had someone try to take $865,000 from us. We had someone to try to overthrow our company. I literally just left the police station on 55th today. Guy stripped out $1.5 million worth of blueprints. You just don't know. He's going to jail. I ain't going to do nothing no more. I'm going straight to them popos. That's where I'm going to call it whatever you want to. But you're not going to, yes, sir. So to answer that question, yes. But you cannot allow that to detour you. You got to keep going. Thieves are everywhere. What that did to confirm me when all these three things happened to us, all that did was solidify that I was on the right page, that someone thought enough to come and try to steal $1 million from us. And we're from the hood. Right. You know how hard it is to get the $1 million up here? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
So we got another question from the chat. And you both can actually speak on this. So Mike, like you were saying, that right now with what you do with Museum of Creative Human Art has a lot to do with youth, even though you focus on artists, but you're dealing with the youth every day. If you want to talk about like why that is important to you, and give a little bit of your background, because you didn't just start working with youth when you decided to found this organization. So you got a little bit of history there.
Yeah. So I was working at Collinwood High School for 10 years as working with a program called Closing the Achievement Gap. We were working with those at-risk youth who are in and out of detention centers, in and out of school, in and out of just life itself. And so was doing that for, again, 10 years, and saw so many young guys come across or come through my room, and they were creative as hell. And you see them 5, 6, 7 years later, and they're still doing the same thing. I said, man, I'm a part of the problem. How can I come up with a solution? And so that's when Antoine and I said, man, you know what? I'm going to walk away to create something that we can give back. And, because everybody doesn't play football, everybody don't play sports, so what do we do for those artists who are talented as hell and just don't have anybody? So we're going to be that solution. Instead of talking about the problem, let's be that solution. And so continue to just work with the youth and continue to give back and continue to give opportunity. And I just know that, eventually, we knew that eventually it will come to a head and come with bigger opportunities. And so these workshops are geared around fine art, teaching young people about the foundation of fine arts and why art is even valuable. But then also talking about why they are valuable as an individual. And then we start talking about critical thinking. We start talking about character development from a young age. So now that they start questioning and getting answers to their questions. And so that creates a different type of artist. When you talk about artists old as Jacob Lawrence, when we talk about the Kerry James Marshall, who sold a painting for $10 million. And this is just one. And people are asking, why is that valuable? So we start talking about that. And so it's so many different attributes to the Museum of Creative Human Art. And we're just getting started. And we're just going to continue to go into animation. We're going to go into more into graphic design, more into the tech world when we start talking about NFTs and what it really means to the world itself, the art world itself. And so just excited about, what's to come. And we're just going to continue to be intentional about everything we're doing.
Now, to follow up on that, we had another comment / question on the chat, which I think this brother is your fraternity brother, Chill, Christopher Caver.
Oh yeah, Chris Cave, for sure.
So, well, for one, he says 52 gonna flip. He liked that. He said that was deep, bro. he was feeling he feeling that from you.
Yeah.
He says he knows that you're doing your thing and that's powerful, but he wants to know, because he thinks that you are a powerful motivational speaker, and he wants to know, do you speak to youth, or have you done anything, like at the detention center, any of that, is his question.
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do. So I'm an actual minister. I'm an armor bearer for Bishop Tony Williams out in Euclid, Ohio, at the River of Life. When you make the change, you got to make the whole change. Something, you can take them out the hood, but sometimes you can't take the hood out the people. And that's going to be the biggest problem sometimes we have. But I go into the youth prisons, Warrensville up there. I go into the grown men's prisons. I go into the women's prisons. I go into the pre-release center. For some reason, all my pain has become a story for them. And I found it to be quite encouraging to them. The problem we have here is that certain people have stole hope from the hood. I'm bringing hope back.
Right.
I'm bringing hope back. I have a nonprofit here. If you see this, it says Operation Hope USA. It means helping other people evolve. We just completed our 7th year feeding 5,000 displaced families for Christmas and Thanksgiving. People don't even know about it. They don't even know. It ain't about all that. It's about getting in them trenches, helping them people that just need a push. So you had mentioned earlier about being a black man on this platform. There are no black people.
Right.
I met a gentleman, he drove all the way up from Florida, Tim Martin, found out that we were the owners and that we were black. He rode all the way up here to ask me if I would do all his fabrication work for him, because he had to farm it out to other people, and that he didn't know a black man even owned, yet alone been in the game, but yet alone being number 3 in the whole United States. But we own our own production facility. I got fabs, fabricate everything. We do everything right in our shop. So right now, where God is positioning me, I would probably say right now, I'm more into helping the next black man. I mean, I'm double nickels next week. So, I gotta bring some of our people up in this game, and we got to get them there quick. But they got to have the drive. They got to understand, you ain't running no game on me. If you want to do it, let's do it. If you want to make good, legitimate paper, you talking about moving some bricks. I move containers now, and I make the same amount of paper, and I got no risk. No risk. All I got to do. Yeah, I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, 5:30. I got my coffee. I'm out the door. I'm opening my shop up at 6 a.m. I'm in there by myself, game planning, because I'm sitting there remembering when I was on that bunk down at Belmont, 312, 242, when I had nothing. I was on $19 a month, and now I'm on top of the world. And God has allowed us to have a lot of, some luxuries in life. But it's all about keeping yourself encouraged. You can't worry about what other people say or do. They ain't on your dream. They can't. You can't have someone else push you to your destiny. You gotta want it. You got to put the work in. You got to sacrifice. You got to go without. Sleepless days, sleepless nights. The bills are coming. And what you going to do? You got to keep on praying, because in that 13th hour, God's going to bless you with that paper. He's going to bless you with someone with the paper that's going to take care of the bill. Because that's the only thing it is for Black people. It's the opportunity. Had I not been given the opportunity, I would have never, ever got here.
Right.
And
that's
the reason,
go ahead, Cam.
That's the reason for MOCA. That's the reason for Museum of Creative Human Art, giving them the opportunity.
That's
and
it.
You see how they step up to the occasion if they're ready.
Every time.
If they're ready.
But they have to believe first.
Hey, I appreciate Chris Caver for getting that question in. And I do want to show Chris Caver is an author. He has the book Real Talk, The Antidote to Life's Choices by Chris Caver. So we appreciate, and Chris donated like a box of books to another Chill Talk guest that was on who worked with kids, and he donated like 25, 30 books to those youth. So I'm glad Chris is on here, and he's really filling the information these brothers are breaking down. And just let you know, Felicia, I'm multitasking. When Dr. Janice was asking me about that Bell Hooks book that I had to look for in the bookshelf, I found it while I was, building. So I'm gonna let you know that I'm multitasking up in here.
Well, Chris also mentioned in the chat that he wanted to donate some more books. So I'm not sure if that's to one of you guys' programs or both, or however he wants to do that. So we can follow up with him and get more info on that. But he wants to donate some books. He did put that here in the chat.
Chris Caver.
And then we got one last question, who was from the councilwoman. I'm not sure who she was directing it to. So if it applies to either one of you, you can answer. She says, would you bring your program to the inner ring suburbs?
Absolutely.
She's a councilwoman in Garfield Heights.
That's what we're here for. We're looking for collaboration, and we're looking for to change some of the old way of educating, the old way of approaching our young people. It's a new model, and so we definitely we appreciate an opportunity like that.
It sounds like we need to take a field trip to Derek's space.
Man,
hey, I think a field trip is in order for sure.
Yeah, take some kids down there. But I mean, I would love to see it for myself. That just sounds like something really, really cool to do. So.
Yeah, Felicia, that's definitely more than welcome. The gentleman with their inspiring creativity, I really want to link up with you because I got some ideas to just add to what you're trying to do and get some feedback on your thoughts on that. But I do want to say this: as long as the Black man keep cuffing the game, no one's never ever going to succeed but you. One thing I found out: you could be at the top of the world, but it's lonely up there when you're by yourself.
Only at the top.
Only at the top. Only
at the top.
We got to be able to create the opportunity. Everyone's not a football player. Everyone's not a rapper. Everyone's not an athlete. I'm listening to this gentleman talking about this creativity. I've seen some young kids that will take a can of spray paint and will do a whole mural like in 2 hours. And you're sitting there like, this kid is a dude you talking about that should have been locked up. Are you out of your mind? You're not even focusing on the kid. I know all about being able to give an opportunity. I think if we link up, we create a panel from all different walks. I'm in the container gang. He's in the artist, that whole arena there. Someone's in the journalist. Everyone's in the different things. I really think that we should be able to link up with the city, put on a program, force the kids there, put them right there in the middle of school class. You got to go to this. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I want to say, when you were talking about Garfield Heights. So I create the most green, sustainable, energy efficient, affordable housing solution.
Tell them about it.
I build at $135 a square foot, where everyone else starts building at $185, and that's for Micah, all the way up to $225. That's where the difference is. I will take a house, put it over there in Garfield Heights, 1,280 square feet, and I don't care if it don't match the neighborhood. It's the coldest house in your whole city. Period.
Hey, the neighborhood need to start matching. Hey, the neighborhood gonna need to start matching matching your build.
Man, look. 3, all it takes is 4. You need a subject property and 3 comps, and it's lights out. You can overtake the community. What are we doing in our urban neighborhoods? They've come through, they've demoed every building, every house. I want to know what's going there. I want to know where there's going to be another Black family that's going to be raised on that street, instead of always giving us a negative, drugs. There's a whole bunch of different adversities. Okay, there's a whole bunch of bad things you could say, but we can also talk about all the mess going on in the suburbs. I'm right now to the point now, I'm ready to start partnering with people, putting in 25, 30 houses on a whole block. The whole block, 2-3 bedrooms, where a child can come home, get in his bed, study his studies, and get his grades, instead of worrying about whether he's going to get killed and trying to make the ends meet, worrying about the raggedy tennis shoes. And, it's a lot to go into the makeup of a child growing up. I grew up with all that, outhouse and wells and just poor, and people used to make fun of us. You know what I mean? So it'll get on you and make you think that you ain't nothing. But if you take that mess, boy, I tell you, that mess becomes blessed when God put his touch on it.
Oh,
brother Chiles. Hey, bro. Hey, you speaking real powerful stuff, bro. I'm saying, I need for you to keep your head on the swivel, King, because hey, man, as powerful as you talking and walking it, it's gonna be some people looking to bring you down. So, hey, we need to support that brother. Keep your head on the swivel. Make sure we look out for him, because he's putting in that work, man. Jeez. Hey, and we need you to hook up with Campy, because he got that work for you. You already know the super producer over there. She go get you what you need and the hookups. Hey, bruh. Hey, man, I'm just glad to know that you out here doing what you do and talking about it on the. So yeah. Good work, bro. Good work.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you coming on last minute too, but we ain't gonna tell everybody that. But yes, thank you for closing us out for the year. Like I mentioned earlier, this is our last show of the year. And we going on 5 years. So
wow, 5 years of Chill Talk.
Yeah, wow. We gotta keep this going. So like Mike said, it's that consistency. So we here, we for the people. We want to keep bringing people like this to y'all, so y'all will know that it's Black folks out here doing things, y'all. I mean, really doing things. So that's part of what me and Chill really want to do is get people like you all out here. I mean, you already out here, but we just letting the people know that y'all out
let
here.
Them know.
So.
Share exposure. And that's I think that this conversation and meeting there just now made me question. It makes you question what you see on TV, what you see on Instagram, what you see, because it's people out here doing the work. And so you have to question things now. But
yeah, wow. People used to tell me, because I grew up in poverty, so I used to always try to prove myself. Hey, the proof in the pudding, baby. I ain't got to say nothing. Just walk in. Just walk in the house. Come walk
just
in my
watch
factory.
your work.
Hey, you'll see the work. Yeah. But I mean, 7 years. 7 years it took us to get to this stage. And quite honestly, I'm trying to get our first million come next month. 7 years.
Hey, when you said you was going to Dubai, bro, they might just go and write that check for you right there.
Hey, I'm being hosted. Hey,
they might just cut that check right there.
Dubai, but we're being hosted in Dubai. It won't cost us a dime for the plane, first class. It won't cost us a dime for the 7-star hotel, and no food, no nothing. We won't be spending a dime.
Right. I'm just saying, brother walking past Dubai, say, okay, what you doing? How you putting this? Okay, how much is that? Okay, here you go. Let me write that $1 million check. You want it in dinars? You want it how you want it?
So But we got to be able to create. We got to be able to help our people, like what this gentleman here is doing, inspiring creativity gig that he's doing. That right there, you got me going. I want to take a 40-foot container, double them up, cut the center walls out, and glass it all, and put nothing but carriage lights all the way around it, and just post beautiful Black men's and women's artwork all night long, and have a gallery for them. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
It is. We talking big. Now that's it.
It's easy to do. This stuff, look, hey, like we sitting here talking, I do this in my sleep.
Wow.
In my sleep. I got over probably 385 sets of blueprints.
Wow.
I had to start this game by spending money on blueprints that was never used, but I had to show them I knew what I was talking about. As long as you can get it up to the Bureau of Building Standards and it's set up according to code, they can't say nothing to. They fought us for 5 years, and then all of a sudden Columbus, the Bureau of Building Standards, started collaborating us. Now the whole state of Ohio are allowed shipping container homes because of us. Period.
You made it right for everybody.
Look, you ain't got to touch it. Let it go. Let everybody eat.
So everybody can eat. There you go.
Let everybody eat.
All right. Hey, Haney. Okay. You did your thing today.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, I will be sure to connect you guys. Thank you again for joining us. Shout out to everybody who tuned in online. You can always come back and watch this show. It'll be up on our
ChillTalk radio page.
Yep. So make sure you check it there. Go to the YouTube page, Chill's YouTube page. You can find it there as well. And keep rocking with us. We're going to continue to bring you guys great shows like this. So appreciate y'all. Happy New Year, everybody.
Felicia, can you send me, get a hold of the gentleman with the inspiring creativity? I need his information. I'm gonna run up on their set tomorrow. I'm gonna see what's going on over there. I'm gonna come in there and support. Let's see what's going on.
Absolutely. You'll love the artwork.
Felicia already got it headed your way, King.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Derek. Can't wait to meet you.
My pleasure, man.
Hey, before we sign off, Felicia, I also want to, and I'll be talking about it probably tomorrow. I just, the All-Star game is coming to Cleveland in February, and they have our girl Roxanne Shante is going to be performing at the History Center, and I just signed on as the stage manager and the damn MC. For 2 days. It's going to be the 18th and 19th, either the 19th and the 20th. Anyway, 2 days. DJ Johnny O, DJ Ellery, other performers, but I'm for the old school hip hop people, Roxanne Shante. So they called me up, we worked it out. So I'll be not only the stage manager, but also the MC. So we'll and I might get you Jesus and Judas. I'll be playing the role of Jesus and Judas. Hey, and I might spit some bars while it goes down.
All right, that's good to hear. You better make sure you give me and a lucky Chill Talk winner some tickets or something.
We'll make sure we make that happen. And everybody that knows my story knows that the recording part actually starts with Roxanne Shante. So it was a 14-year-old Roxanne Shante coming to Cleveland that led to me becoming Cleveland's first national rap recording artist, MC Chill. Wow. So it's gonna be a good reunion with me and Shani. But I wouldn't tell them I did it for free, but I'm glad I negotiated.
And shout out to Kango Kid, who just passed away after Chill was hating on him, literally 2 days later.
Hey, let me tell you something. I thought about that, but no. But the UTFO, them my boys, and I posted 2 pictures of me and Kango from back in the day, like the mid '80s. I posted pictures of me and Kango, and yeah, he always had some hijinks for me. Which I've been known to talk about, but nothing but love for UTFO. There was again some of the first cats to really welcome me into the, as an outsider, a non-New Yorker coming into the national hip hop arena back in the mid 80s. And certainly Kango was one of them cats. And although he always had some type of jokes and hijinks for me, but it was all love. But yeah, we, and I'll talk some more about, about my man Kango Kid and UTFO and how, how we got down back in the day, because those certainly my cats. I performed with them, I hung out with them, and so yeah, it's, we lost another one of my 80s hip hop cats. We lost my man from Houdini, of course, my brother Biz Markie. So yeah, man, love the people that you love, man. So, and support old school hip hop. All right, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but Felicia brought me there. Go ahead.
I was about to have to bring you back. It's cool. Well, we out of here. We have kept y'all long enough, but as always, we love and appreciate y'all. We will see y'all in 2022. Well, Chill will see y'all on Friday. So that'll be the last day of this week.
Yeah. Look for me. I'll probably go up on Thursday to talk about the books, but definitely Friday we're doing the thing with Sean and his book, What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me. So look for that on Friday on my YouTube channel. So go to the Kevin Chillher YouTube channel and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go up live all the time for new content.
All right, good people.
All right, super producer, take us up out of here. You know how we do it.
Y'all put up your deuces now.
We up out of here, y'all. It's all love. Peace.
Peace.
And Chris Caver, I'll call you right after that sign off, King.